The Hunter skims over the Earth at over 500 knots, leaving a wake of dust and kerosene fumes. His only hope is to drive Ronen into the ground or into the canyon wall.
I never saw such a low-level flight like this Hunter, you know, at the bottom of the canyon. Never.
There was a lot of turning, but he couldn't put the peeper on him and shoot him. He had to be approximately 15 feet below him in order to shoot. He couldn't be at the same level as he was.
The 30mm cannon arcing trajectory requires that the Mirage be angled slightly up at the target.
I couldn't go 2 meters down to put my gun sight on him. It's amazing. I was 250 meters behind him all the time.
For 2.5 minutes, the roar of jets echoes through the hills. The Hunter pilot maneuvers confidently through the canyon. Behind his oxygen mask, sweat streams down Ronen's face and pools under his chin. The sound of his own heavy breathing fills his helmet. His frustration mounts. It looks like the Jordanian is going to make it. Suddenly, everything changes.
Ronen got lucky, and there was a little hill inside that canyon.
The Hunter raises its nose. Ronen nearly shouts for joy.
He was forced to pull. He got to my gun sight, and I pulled the trigger for less than 1 second. 21 bullets.
.30mm high explosive rounds impact with deadly efficiency. The tail of the Hunter begins to disintegrate, but the airplane stubbornly flies on. Ronen stares down at his handiwork. What happened next haunts him to this day.
The aeroplane turned to the left 90 degrees. Then he ejected and crashed to the wall of the canyon. That's what I saw, that I turned and I saw it was unbelievable.
Splash one Hunter. Ronen has his first kill. But his opponent had fought like a lion.
I was happy that I was the one who landed safely. On the other hand, after such a fight of 8.5 minutes, the way he did it, leave aside that it's enemies, leave aside as a fighter pilot, as a colleague, I felt that he would have, you know, deserved to eject safely.
Half a year later, Ran Ronen and his fellow Israeli pilots make history during the Six-Day War in June 1967, destroying the combined air forces of 3 Arab countries in a matter of hours. Nevertheless, the Mirage 3 becomes an icon of jet-age combat. The cream of Israeli fighter pilots show that it's not so much the airplane, but the man in the cockpit that makes the critical difference. The lightning war over the desert also marks the first dogfight for one novice Israeli pilot, who is destined to earn the title of the world's top-scoring jet ace. June 6, 1967, the Six-Day War. Over southern Israel, 2 Mirages from 101 Squadron are heading east towards Egypt. Number 2 in the flight is Lieutenant Giora Epstein. He only has 3 combat missions in the Mirage and no kills. But he is destined to become the world's top-scoring jet ace. Epstein and his leader are on the prowl for Egyptian aircraft.
And we start turning above at 20,000 feet, and suddenly I see 2 aeroplanes pulling behind us, but I look, I see it's Mirages.
Fighter pilots are territorial, especially when it comes to their hunting grounds.
So I told them, hey, we are friends, leave us alone. And suddenly I see that they split us down, and when I look where their noses pointed, I see 3 Sukhoi 7s.
The Russian-built Sukhoi is a big and heavy swept-wing fighter, very effective in the ground attack role. Even so, its 16,000-pound thrust engine can push the Su-7 near supersonic on the deck. Epstein is here. The 2 interloping Mirages are here, diving on the 3 Su-7s. But another pair of Mirages is already giving chase. The 7 jets form up into a bizarre, deadly procession.
There was 1 Sukhoi, 1 Mirage, 1 Sukhoi, 1 Mirage, and at the side, Sukhoi and Mirage. And everybody starts shooting together.
30-millimeter cannon tracers rip through the sky. The Egyptians are firing erratically. The Mirages are untouched. Epstein watches as first one, then another Sukhoi falls to Mirage cannon fire. But a third Su-7 is escaping. A Mirage is on his tail.
And I see it, the Mirage chased the Sukhoi, and it was a little bit far from him.
Epstein sees a chance for a kill. His first. He hurtles earthward, chasing the Sukhoi at near Mach 1. The first Mirage launches a heat-seeking Shafrir missile. It passes under the Sukhoi without exploding. Israeli pilots don't have much faith in the first-generation Israeli-made heat-seeking missile. They call it a bidon, or wing tank.
We used to say that Shafrir 1, if you launch it, it goes like a bidon, hit the ground.
The first Mirage now resorts to long-range cannon fire.
And then he shoot all his ammunition from the cannons, but too far, and nothing happens.
Ammunition expended, the first Mirage pulls away. Epstein now slides into position. The Sukhoi has incredible acceleration and is nearing Mach 1. With a loud bang, Epstein advances the throttle into full afterburner. The Mirage's tailpipe glows red hot. The Sukhoi thunders over the desert floor. The Egyptian is racing for home.